Hey there, this is Jim Donovan. Welcome to the show. I am glad you're here. Today, I'd like to show you how you can break the low energy cycle and restore your vitality. Between work, your family, and other priorities in your life, some days you might feel like your tank is on empty with no energy left to take care of yourself. But when you make a habit of running on fumes, you can create some real problems for yourself, like weakening your immune system, slowing your body's healing processes, or even triggering premature aging. And unfortunately, as these problems add up, you can become more vulnerable to chronic disease. That's why I want to tell you about how you can break this low energy cycle, restore your vitality, and help rejuvenate both your body and mind. First, let's talk about the hidden hazards of wasting energy. One of the major issues with our modern way of life is that it's extremely easy to waste precious energy without even realizing it. To put it into perspective, there are 1,440 minutes in a day. And if you sleep the recommended 7 hours a night, that leaves you with about 1,000 waking minutes to make the best use of your time and energy. Of course, some of the things you spend energy on provide a return on investment, like working to earn a paycheck. And other activities, like spending time with an old friend, taking a trip, or enjoying a healthy lunch, are also positive uses of your energy. In fact, they can even give you a much-needed recharge. On the other hand, there are some things people often spend time and energy doing that offer little benefit. Here are a few examples I often see. First, constantly talking about what you're going to do rather than actually doing it, or complaining and surrounding yourself with negativity, getting caught up in situations that don't involve you, judging, arguing with, or comparing yourself to others on social media, and worrying incessantly without taking action or pursuing a solution. Not only are these common behaviors a waste of your precious energy, but they also lead to what might be the biggest, most dangerous energy sapper there is. And I'm talking about chronic stress. And this stuff leaches your body's healing reserves. Now, of course, it's natural to feel some level of stress every so often, but if you persistently feel on edge, worry constantly, have trouble relaxing, often feel overwhelmed, or have trouble sleeping most nights, you might be stuck in a vicious cycle of chronic stress. And left unchecked, chronic stress can cause some serious damage throughout your body. You might compare the effects of chronic stress to jogging nonstop for hours and hours on end. Eventually, you become so fatigued and low on resources that your body just gives out. And that's how the cycle begins. You see, chronic stress requires your body to constantly utilize its valuable and finite energy. That's because your body tends to direct its energy to the most immediate threats to your well-being. And for many of us, that's stress. And the longer chronic stress persists, the less energy your body has available for things like rejuvenation and healing. Compounding this problem further is the fact that chronic stress also leads to excess cortisol, your body's stress hormone. When you experience constant high stress, your body responds by producing an overabundance of cortisol. And this is yet another way that chronic stress impedes your body's ability to heal. And while cortisol plays an important role in keeping you healthy by doing things like regulating blood sugar and metabolism, too much of it can do some scary things to your body. When levels of cortisol are too high, it can cause your immune system to actually attack your organs and tissues. And according to one 2018 study, too much can also kill brain cells. In this study, researchers measured cortisol levels in more than 2,000 healthy middle-aged people. The researchers conducted brain imaging, administered memory tests, and assessed thinking skills. What they discovered was that those who had higher levels of cortisol, particularly women, scored lower on memory and cognitive tests. These same women also showed reductions in brain volume over time. that means stress was literally shrinking their brains. So let's talk about some of the coping mechanisms that you might be using that aren't helping. So it makes matters worse that when we actually recognize we're feeling stressed, that we turn to things that seem harmless that help us to relax or blow off steam, like shopping, having a beer, a glass of wine, or a cocktail, snacking, mindlessly scrolling on our smartphones, or numbing out in front of the TV. But here's the thing. Those are all fine activities, but the problem is that none of them actually burn off any cortisol. And in some cases, they might actually cause your body to produce more. So what can you do? Well, let me show you 2 surefire ways to de-stress. First of all, one of the best ways to burn off excess cortisol and replenish your energy stores safely and naturally are to move your body and do deep breathing exercises. These are free. Anybody can do them. Do them according to what you can handle. One of my favorite things to do is to do both of those things simultaneously. I often love to take walks, and as I do, I make sure I spend at least 10 to 15 minutes of my walk doing the following breathing exercise. The first thing I do is I establish the pace of my walking. So one of my common paces is about this fast. So just go right, left. Now you can even do this without walking. And I'm going to breathe in for 4. I'm going to hold it for 4. And then exhale for twice as long, so 8 seconds. You might need to adjust this depending on your lung capacity, so feel free to do that. Here we go. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold it, and then let it go slowly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, hold it, and then let it go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, hold it, let it go. Excellent. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. Then let it go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In through the nose. Hold it. And then let it go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. Hold it. Then let it go. One more time. Breathe in through the nose. Hold it. Then let it go. Then just breathe at your own pace. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Here's the thing. Remember, the choices that you make each day can really add up. Be sure to carve out some time for yourself on a regular basis. All you need are a few minutes. And think about it this way. Each moment is an opportunity to replenish your body's energy supply and increase its healing potential. So here's my question. How are you going to invest your next 1,000 minutes? I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please remember to rate, subscribe, and review this podcast. Tell your friends about Sound Health. And in case you didn't know, if you go to donovanhealth.com/podcasts, you can find a list of all of my long-form podcasts. I have some great episodes, including one with my friend Carl Perazzo, who plays with Carlos Santana, my good friend Krishna Das, who is a worldwide chant expert. Some really great people on there. Encourage you to check that out. So it's donovanhealth.com/podcasts. Well, that's it for today. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember to come see us on our social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Just search Jim Donovan Sound Health.